Now, this is absolutely hilarious because it shows just how much people don't understand how the economy works. And in Germany right now, cooking oil, especially the one that's made out of sunflower, is almost extinct. I know several people that happen to live in Germany from different cities, and they all tell me that they can't get any. I mean, I know this girl who's a doctor, and she has to ask her mother from Romania to send her cooking oil. It's really that bad. And of course, this has to do with the war in Ukraine, along with other things like supply shortages and other issues. Butter is also almost extinct because a lot of people go like, well, I don't cook with oil, I just cook with butter. Yeah, what do you think happens when literally everyone figures that out? Smart ass. And some stores, from what I understand, they're trying to ration things. Like if you buy, for example, one pack of butter, it's normal price. If you buy 2 packs of butter, the second one becomes double price. And if you buy 3, then the price increases exponentially. And apparently, like, the extra money goes to support the war in Ukraine. Okay, maybe. I don't know. But I don't even think all the stores are doing that. It's just what I got from a German subscriber. Now, what's interesting is that people just don't understand why this is bad, right? Because everyone's like, well, I don't cook with oil. Like, how do they make bread? The bakeries, I mean, not you, because you don't. The bakery, right? Because bread doesn't magically pop up from nowhere. How are they? Do they make it without oil? Like, maybe they do. I don't know. What do you think restaurants are doing? How are restaurants cooking? Like, when you have to cook at an industrial scale, the restaurants cook with butter? That's very expensive, isn't it? I mean, all the restaurants that suffered through the pandemic because of the wisdom of the German legislator, you think they need this shit now? Do you think they did this shit? Because, all those restaurants, they pay taxes for all the free stuff that you guys like. Free education, free hospital. Where do you think the money comes from? From the businesses, which are suffering. So, I'm not saying that this is an issue that could have been prevented, because I generally think in this case, it couldn't have been prevented, right? I mean, Germany would import most of its oil from Ukraine, and the Ukrainian farmers are having a difficult time farming the fields right now. So I do understand, that this couldn't have been avoided. However, what I don't understand is why people don't try to at least figure out why it's bad. I mean, it's affecting your national economy, It is what it is. Whatever. You're getting the Eastern Germany lifestyle before the wall went down. Now, with that out of the way, there have been some interesting moments, videos on YouTube appearing with people fighting over oil. And I'm thinking, holy shit, like, if people fight over oil, like literally fisticuffs, and threatening to harm the salesman and that type of thing. And if people are doing this over oil, imagine if actual bread or meat wouldn't be available. Like all the vegans that are going, oh yeah, eat the bugs, you bigot. Yeah, what do you think will happen to the civilized people when there is no more meat on the shelves? Like that's not going to be good, now is it? So the thing which is interesting is that people have found that the German oil exists in Sweden. Like, they took pictures of cans of oil in Sweden made by a German company. And everyone is freaking out now. Like, everyone is being angry. I mean, okay, there are several explanations for this, okay? Either the German company has a factory in Sweden and is producing the oil using the local goods. So they're using like Swedish sunflower seeds in order to produce oil, and they're selling it there. And they are a German company that happens to be in Sweden. Because like I haven't looked into it, but I can just imagine on why this is the case. Or secondly, another possibility is that, again, people don't understand how the economy works, and they don't realize that most of these things aren't just sold on that particular day. No, it's usually based on contracts. So at the beginning of the year, a supermarket would order a big chunk of oil, which would then be delivered over the course of a couple of months. So the oil is already paid for, and now the companies have to keep delivering. You can't just say, okay, well, I paid for it, and the companies go like, you know what, now we changed our mind. We don't have, like, no, because then they have to pay damages. They have to take into account that they can get sued. So that is probably why you have German oil in Sweden, but you don't have German oil in Germany. Not to mention when you deliver to another country. So in this case, when Germany delivers oil to Sweden, it's going to be like maybe like 5-10% of the oil in supermarkets that's of German origin. So the people that are consuming in Sweden, they're not consuming that particular oil, which is why it's easier to find it on the shelves. But in Germany, where most of the oil happens to be German and people are panic buying and all of that, well, then, yeah, it's going to cause shortages. And then you also have to take into account that certain nations are agrarian. Like, for example, there's not a shortage of oil in Romania because Romania is a predominantly agrarian country. So we have our own stocks when it comes to oil. Sweden probably gets it from somewhere else. They don't have to get it from Ukraine, right? Like usually you take into account geographical proximities to the other countries you're neighboring and that type of thing. I don't know if Sweden is growing its own sunflower production. They probably not, right? Due to the climate. I don't know. But like I'm just trying to explain why that is, because like people are thinking it's like some sort of conspiracy. Like, again, every single time that I noticed people on Twitter not understanding why something happens, it's the evil corporation that happens to be greedy, right? Like the German company wants the Germans to suffer without oil, and they're selling to Sweden in order to make cash. Which, again, like, defies the laws of the economy if you think about it, because if there is a shortage in Germany, like, you would be able to make more cash if you sell the oil in Germany right now. Like, right now, I bet oil is kind of like liquid gold in Germany. Like, you can put whatever price you want on it, and someone is going to buy it. Like, you can put like $20 on a bottle, and people will buy it. So, like, it doesn't even make sense if you think like McGreedy Company is trying to do shit. In this situation, no. Like, McGreedy Company is losing money if it's selling to Sweden. From what I understand, there is no shortage of oil in Sweden. Or if there is, let me know. Tell me in the comment section. I would love to know. But I did speak with a couple of people from Sweden, and apparently they said they're not experiencing shortages. So there you go now. Mystery solved. You know why that is. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I'll see you all there.